Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air, and what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas. I'd expect this team to notch up a lot of clean sheets with...
It scores! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Victoria with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. They've played it short. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, easy pickings there. Can he get on the end of this? And this is Hullet. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Son Heung-min. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking to play him in. Son Heung-min. And it's Ed Nielsen. Scholes. Looking for options for movement. Ed Nielsen. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
That's destined for the flank. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Probing pass, Zanetti cuts it out. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. That's going wide left. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't take out that killer ball.
Ed Nielsen. Scholes. He's a sharp little ball here. So it is still 0-0. Costa Curta. And here's Son Heung-min. Spread out to the left. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped. Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
Scholes. Spread it left. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Threads one in. Knocks it into space. That's good play. He's having a shot! It's their second corner of the game. And that is well cleared. Jordan have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Hullet. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Messi does really well to win the ball there. And he shoots! And he has kept it out somehow.
Rummenigge actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
That's really well manoeuvred. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Paulette, delivered in. And it's hoisted clear. Van Dijk is there to clear. Edmilson. Mohamed Salah. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Maradona looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, such a clever touch. Tries to pass it through. Neither side giving way. It has been tight. And it's Maradona. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Scholes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, that looks a decent ball. This looks promising. Son Heung-min! Fantastic from Son Heung-min! About as smooth as it gets. And there is your opener. Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Vitoria have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, I think the managers are going to have to scrap whatever they had in mind for the half-time team talks. One has got to tone it up now, and the other has to tone it down.
It's Scholes! Oh, that's a waste.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
That has been cut short. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I'm a little bit worried for them and the way they've looked in transitions, Peter. They've been a bit exposed, so they might be only one down, but they can't afford to have any more sloppy moments. Concede another, and we know it's an awful long way back.
Vitoria leading via the game's only goal, 1-0 at the break.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 21.
Down to business again.
Para a entrada do jogador.
Vitoria leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Aimed beyond the defence. Cannavaro is offering some sort of an apology there.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Messi punched away. Vitoria different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
That's the keeper's ball. Zico, he's going for goal! Oh, that was no routine save.
Zico is offering a wry smile there.
Nicely weighted ball. So no flag here. He's got away. Now it's Son Heung-min. Oh, The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Back towards the middle. Now, can they get him away? Mohamed Salah. Oh, he's having a go! Mo Salah! Sensational! He's got himself an absolute peach. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Victoria on a header! And it's in! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Jordan are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Just 1 in it now.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Costa Curta gets over and intercepts. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And he's in on goal! Son Heung-min showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Messi. Messi. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Tries to play it through. He's found a way through. Son Heung-min! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Substituição em campo. Camisa
The two coaches
5.
are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Camisa 18. Deixando
Half
o
an hour
campo
gone in
para
the second
entrada
half.
de Camisa 6.
Jordan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Substituição em andamento.
Jordan do have a chance to counter here. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Costa Curta goes direct. Roberto Baggio. And it's Baggio. Edmilson. He's having a hit! They've got to be quick to recover this. Davids.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Gullit. Gullit. Zanetti gets it clear. Looking tidy in possession here. Roberto Baggio. Great vision. That has not gone well.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Dealt with nicely by the defence. Maldini. Maradona was only too happy to help out in defence.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Abdullah, upright and purposeful. Cannavaro. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. The end of the game. Reflections?
Well, Peter, this was probably more...
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, this guy, Alexis McAllister, is someone whose stock rose dramatically due to his exploits with the national side.
It's Salah! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
It's certainly a bold attempt, and there's nothing wrong with that. Shame he didn't work the keeper a bit more, though.
Mohamed Salah going after that. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Abdullah. That has been slung wide. He's had a shot! Oh, it rattles the bar! Cafu. Rijkaard. To Messi. Now it's McAllister. He's got away. Son Heung-min. Scholes. Engages and forces him off the ball. Now it's come to nothing. It's been a pretty high-octane start, at least from one side's perspective.
Well, they've made all the inroads, and their confidence is taking on a growth spurt.
Scholes. Now it's Son Heung-min. Can he finish? And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Maradona with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick. And he's going to have his name taken. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Scholes is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, good take and a good... Son Heung-min! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Son Heung-min really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. They've played it short. Mohamed Salah. Good chance here! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
Edmilson. And it's Cannavaro. And Zanetti. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Now then, clash of the egos.
Edmilson. And here's Maradona. Mohamed Salah going face-to-face with his great rival, Son Heung-min. He's chosen to go back. It scores! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Corner number 2 then. The chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Vitoria have their third corner. And it's been taken short. Now it's Son Heung-min. Shapes to shoot! Japan have the chance to go the other way. It's loose here, and they'll want to reclaim it. Now it's Messi. Juve in the hunt and looking threatening. He's shifting through the gears here.
Diouf clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Edmilson. Scholes. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. And he welcomes it in. Can he finish? Goal! Japan! And Japan are in front. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
The first breakthrough.
Well, I guess this ought to make things interesting, Peter. No doubt the opposition will now be forced to play a more open and riskier game.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Gerrard. McAllister. That's Gerrard. Passing is crisp and sharp. Tries one from range!
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And it's Gerrard. And here's Messi. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de
Slightly
acréscimo.
better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Vitoria clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Scholes. And that brings the first half to a close. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking. Vitoria currently behind by 1-0 at the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon.
Substituição em campo. Camisa 21. Vai ser substituído pelo jogador camisa 13. Substituição em andamento.
That gets us going once more.
Vitoria really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Son Heung-min is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. And he cuts out the supply. Vitoria come out this half somewhat altered.
Well, I think it's the perfect time to make a change.
Messi. Gerrard. Driving forward. He'll try from distance!
Is that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Out of play for a goal kick. Oh, that's a key interception. Messi. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Great ball if he can get there. Two, and the shot!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, now he can run away with it.
Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. Yellow or red? It is red.
Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here. Well, he waited a little while, but it does seem that the referee was eventually convinced that that was a clear enough chance he denied.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. Great chance here to level it up.
Camisa 4, camisa 20, deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 14, camisa 19, camisa 18. Teremos uma substituição.
Now there's takes a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Almost an hour gone. And the shot! It's a goal! Victoria are back in business!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball and they're in.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Gerrard.
Victoria.
Are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Duke finding himself in space. Oh, it's played into the area. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And it's Maradona. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Gerrard. Messi. Cafu. Great vision.
Victoria.
Do have a chance to counter here. That's an excellent interception. Peruzzi gets it away. Rijkaard did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Can he get on the end of this? Passing nice and neat.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
There's the shot! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too.
It's a really well-measured ball. Oh, such a clever touch. Nicked it back promptly. That's a good ball.
Oh, shooting chance!
And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
This looks promising. Duke showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Roberto Baggio. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Messi. Messi has created one goal already. Messi, and it's Baggio.
Tries a shot! Incredible! Just incredible!
So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it?
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
Vitoria found a way, forcibly. Now they must hold out.
Well, these last few moments are going to be pretty frantic.
And that's that. Vitoria have won it by sheer force of character. As winning teams do, they managed to find that little extra when they needed it. Messi picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, here we have one of the greatest defenders of all time, Alessandro Costacurta.
Yeah, in a sense, understated, isn't he? Certainly, some would say underrated. He's one of the less glamorous members of the Milanese elite from the 1990s.
Yeah, but ability-wise, I think he was on a par with the rest of them. And his tactical versatility means the centre-back, full-back,
Sweeper, defensive midfield player.
Yeah, and we shouldn't forget his outstanding vision and confidence on the ball, being almost as important as what he did at the back.
Now it's De Bruyne. Cruyff! A real chance and a real let-off.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Nesta spots it and intercepts. Eto'o. Now, can they get him away? Lampard. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Lampard. De Bruyne. And this is De Bruyne. He's found some space. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Oh, he's been caught napping. Can he spark a counter here? This looks promising. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Scholes is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Vittoria still without a single shot on target. And it's Vitinha. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has not gone well. And this is Cruyff. And he shoots! And we have our very first corner. Lampard plays it short. And here's Lampard. Aimed at the far side. Terrific effort! No, not the best of headers. Cannavaro. Well timed, excellent interception. Spread out to the left. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that's a key interception. Scholes. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Mohamed, it's Salah! It's hit the crossbar.